Excellency, sir, you said you prefer Peter, but I'll call you Toby. No, I'll tell you why. In Nigeria today, I think he's the only politician that will call himself.
Yes.
No joke about that.
We are the people blessed by God. What's going on? We are a nation full of promises. What's going on?
Thank you all so very much.
His Excellency, Mr. Peter Obi, had another meeting that he was trying to do online. And for some inexplicable reason, he's not been able to connect with them. So I have to ask for him to please come down so we can begin. So my apologies again. Welcome everybody to the Reimagining Nigeria Symposium. Today, November 15, 2025. As you may know, my name is Isiodu Kosieme Georges, and I am the convener. Before we begin, I would like us to take the national anthem, please. Please stand for that.
Nigeria, we live in our own dear native land. Those rags and donkey for in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians fighting and proud to set our sovereign motherland.
everyone. Thank you. That little clip you watched was intentionally compiled by me, and I did that to remind us of our yesteryears. If it didn't give you some form of nostalgia, I'll be surprised. I didn't want to tell you what it was all about. I wanted you to find out what that video was going to do for you. I believe strongly that all of us here are passionate Nigerians. We have fond memories of our country, and we are proud ambassadors of the place we call home. And without wasting so much of our time, because we have lost a bit of it because of some factors. Number one, it's been raining, and number two, I understand there was some accident somewhere, and movement has been obstructed a bit, and then of course lots of people want to see His Excellency. But please, as you come in, please sit down, please. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you again for coming, and I'd like to say, please make welcome someone who is by your side. So please welcome to the Reimagining Nigeria Symposium 2025. Thank you for coming. Thank you. You can speak a little Spanish if you may. Hola, ¿qué tal? Thank you. Okay. My name is Isiodu Kosieme Georges. I am a PhD candidate in the Cultural Heritage Protection Program at the University of Uvigo, Galicia, Spain, and the convener of this symposium. Once again, I want to say thank you for taking your time to come. First, I am so grateful to God, in whom I live and move and have my being, for the opportunity He has given to me to call for such an event. His hand has been very visible throughout the preparation period. I also want to take this special time to thank my parents, missionary Dr. Victor Samuel, and my mother, Grace Isiodu. They have been of immense support. I want to thank you. I know they are watching. Thank you for your support. Thank you to my brothers and my sisters and my very dear wife, Chineye, my mother-in-law, and all those my friends who have been praying for me and giving me one form of support or the other. Thank you again. Of course, I'm not going to forget the contributions of some of my friends here. Mr. Christian is one of them, who believed in me from the beginning. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Kenneth. Thank you, Lady Christie. Thank you. Who else am I missing out here? Thank you, all the support groups that I have a list of them. Thank you, Mr. Ike, lots of them. We are excited to see the indescribable leader of our time, His Excellency, Mr. Peter Obi. Thank you, sir. Wherever you are, thank you for coming. We look forward to what you tell us when you come up here. My uncle, Professor Emmanuel Emenyonu, who doubles as the Professor of Accounting, and also my uncle, he has been instrumental. I owe you a lot of thanks. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate what you've done. Let me stop here and say, my other uncle is here. I have another uncle of mine, Engineer Obed Isiodu. He came all the way from Germany. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. He came with his wife, Tina. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for the warmth. Thank you for the love. I appreciate it. Please. We also have the presence of Dr. Yunusa Tanko. He's somewhere seated, I think. Thank you for coming. Sarah, thank you for coming. I recognize the presence of our big Spanish friends here. Thank you for coming, sir. Thank you. The theme of of this event is Reimagining Nigeria, a journey towards identity and economic recovery. And to achieve a new Nigeria, there are steps that we must follow. And I'm just going to try to cover it a bit. Number one is we have to reform government and institutions. You know, we have to criminalize corruption, strengthen our democratic institutions, hold credible elections, strengthen education, healthcare, and of course, I'll do all that to realize what I just mentioned. But this is not my area of expertise, or expertise as you would call. We have these seasoned men that I have assembled who are going to speak to us briefly concerning this. So I am going to let them handle these areas and just delimit my discussion to what the ideal Nigerian identity is, because this is where I have interest. Thank you again. Like you, I have been a bit disturbed with the recent ongoings in our country. And of course, you are well aware that we had some challenges in our hands. But you ask yourself, why? The reason is simple, because we have failed to, or we have found it difficult to deal with some certain vices, difficult situations like insecurity going on in our home. Nigeria has endured long years of dysfunctional leadership that, you know, which has practically affected everything, including economic growth and developmental structures and all of that. I would like to just leave all of that for my keynote speakers, like I mentioned. So I'm just going to do this. My objective is just twofold. First, I'd like to focus on the reimagined Nigerian, his inherent identity, and the profound values that define him or her as Nigerian. Second, to discuss the negative identity that some of us have, which we must seek to reverse. Identity is a set of characteristics that makes a person unique and distinguishes him or her from others. That's the simple definition of what identity means. Now, let me tell you a bit of what Nigerians are made of. Please, technical team, I understand if YouTube is off, please, welcome down. Nigerians, we have these wonderful characteristics. We are resilient. Nigerians are resilient. Throughout history, throughout centuries of colonial rule, civil war, and biting socio-economic challenges of today, Nigerians have consistently demonstrated an ability to endure, rebuild, and thrive. That is the Nigerian spirit. And to be honest with you, I had lots of challenges leading to this event, but I thank God that I succeeded, and to the glory of God. Many of you know what I'm referring to, you know, but to the glory of God, we're here today, and I think it's a thing of joy and gladness. Nigerians are optimistic. Despite prevailing challenges and enduring years of failed leadership, so to speak, we have this inherent optimism that pervades the Nigerian psyche. We have a strong belief in a better future and a willingness to invest effort and resources towards realization. Nigerians have entrepreneurial drive and ingenuity. Nigerians are renowned globally for their entrepreneurial spirit and ingenuity. Cultural pluralism. Nigerians have this cultural pluralism, and it is not supposed to be a source of weakness, so to speak, but a wellspring of strength and vibrancy. We have profound values that define us, and I'm going to just discuss that. I'm really rushing this so that we meet up with time. We have respect for elders and authority. A deeply ingrained value in Nigerian society is respect for elders and those in positions of authority. Hard work and diligence. We must restore the value of hard work and diligence. Let us expel the lies of evil rituals for blood money and all of that. Hard work is not obsolete and shouldn't be made to look so. And I also would like to say that education is not a scam, like it's being said in most quarters nowadays. Nigerians show hospitality and generosity. Hospitality and generosity are deeply cherished values. Nigerians are known for their warmth and willingness to share what they have with others, even strangers. We are people of faith. We believe in the existence of God Almighty, a belief deeply rooted in our diverse religious and cultural landscapes. We don't believe in evolution or the Big Bang story or theory. Nigerians acknowledge the supreme being, the ultimate creator, sustainer, and habitat of the universe, and that's God. Nigerians are courageous. We are risk takers. I'll give you an example. While I was doing my best to prepare for this event, I had a challenge in my home. My first son was struggling with, I'll call it a medical condition called achalasia, difficulty to swallow. And he struggled with that for about a year. And for me as his father, not just me, my wife and my family, all those concerned, it was a difficult time watching your child struggle to eat. Even to drink water was a labor. And why a child of about 11, 12 years would have that, should suffer that, we can't say. Because usually the doctors will be surprised. You mean your child, 11 years, this is something that old people go through. How come your child? Now, the most difficult aspect to this story was that finding healthcare back home in Nigeria was difficult. Because, you took your child to the Federal Medical Center and you're seeking help. And the medical doctors are advising you not to do this surgery here. So the question was, where do you go? And I am here studying for my PhD. And each time I called, he was having a difficult time eating. He became, of course, one of the consequences was that he became lean, frail. He just labored to chew. Now, while this was going on, thankfully, one of the doctors that was recommended to us, we had sought for him, looked around, and we heard. So one of the doctors, the doctor that was referred to us, we went looking for him, and the story was that he's moved to Canada. So I want you to understand how difficult that was. So what happened was, I left Nigeria and came back to Spain with that problem still unsolved. But now, this is why I'm telling you this story. Few weeks to this event, thankfully the doctor returned back to Nigeria, and my mother-in-law called my attention and said, this man is around. And I said to them, by all means, fetch him. By all means. So they began to make effort. Now, the tormenting part to this story was that my son was prepared to go into surgery, and I saw him talking to me through his eyes. And that talk was, you mean you're not coming? Are you saying your event is more important? Now, thank God the surgery was successful. He's fine now. So, but I'm telling you this to show you that Nigerians are courageous. I knew the weight of what I was carrying, but my wife said, get on with what you're doing, I'm here. And ladies and gentlemen, that's why we have this event today. Because I was hungry. So, now I'm going to treat the second question, which says, what negative global perceptions of our identity must we strive to change? It is disturbing that the qualities I have just discussed here have left many of us completely. Why are Ghanaians protesting, don't want us in Ghana? South Africans don't want to see us in South Africa. The UAE and Dubai. This may not be entirely out of envy, as many believe. The thing is, some of us get involved in some practices that are unacceptable to these people. Some of these countries who are asking us to leave today, they benefited from us at certain periods in the past. During the anti-apartheid struggle in South Africa, Nigeria established the Southern Africa Relief Fund, SAF, in 1976. The government made compulsory deductions from public servants' earnings to fund the account, with government employees paying directly from their monthly salaries. Ghana benefited from Nigeria through significant economic opportunities for Ghanaian citizens, particularly during Nigeria's oil boom in the late 1970s and early 80s, which led to a substantial influx of Ghanaian economic migrants seeking and finding employment across various sectors in Nigeria. However, there is a popular Igbo adage that says, "Onye ajụrụ anaghị ajụ onwe ya." And what that means is, the person who is rejected does not reject himself. Interestingly, most of these countries asking us to go, they are in our backyards, logging our woods, mining our minerals. They are in our homes, taking up spaces. In some situations, we have had stories that they interfere with our elections and all of that to their gain. Some say they don't want us to get the right leaders and all of that. In fact, many of us here are Andrews that the late Veno Marioge described in her Nigeria Go Survive classic. We left home because things weren't going the way we wanted them to go. So, the next point is, what must we do? The need to redeem the Nigerian image. What must we do to redeem our home? Many of our people need re-education and character reformation. Someone asked me, why did you decide to hold this event in Europe and not in Nigeria? Very important question, I think it is. And he said, the change should begin from Nigeria. In fact, I didn't convince him enough. I haven't seen him here. But he said the change should begin back home. I said, quite right. You're right in your thinking. But my answer is simple. Let the change begin with you. First, start from your end. Hosting this event here isn't merely a matter of convenience, but a strategic one, aimed at leveraging specific advantages offered by an international setting. Again, to facilitate broader and more diverse participation, particularly from the Nigerian diaspora, a significant and influential demographic, comprising individuals who have often achieved considerable success in various fields globally. Their experiences, their skills, their networks represent a substantial, yet often underutilized resource of ideas from the diaspora. And we're looking to see how we can harness all of that to help our system, get better. We need reorientation, many of us. We need to be disciplined. And I would like to say here that, I'll give you context, just a little context. When I mean that we need, some reorientation, some discipline. If you are in a room with other people and they are avoiding you, then there's something wrong. We get embarrassed when we travel. Many of us here have experiences. I had one. In fact, that was what inspired my calling for this meeting. I traveled to the Netherlands to see my brother-in-law who was bereaved at the time. And on my way back, I went through immigration, and sadly I was the only person who was stopped for some inexplicable reason. And I wondered why, because every other person was allowed to go. And after checking everything, or turning everything, they searched the hell out of me. They let me go. And then I got on that plane and I was asking myself, why? So, what I'm trying to say is that we need to start to rewrite our story. And by that, I mean we need to start a change of character. Change of how we live on the things we do. Am I talking to people here? Yes. Thank you. So, let me move to the next point. We need to work on our cultural identity. Cultural identity recovery. Cultural identity helps people understand who they are and where they come from. It is a process by which individuals and communities reclaim, revive, and redefine their tangible heritage. Example, artifacts, monuments, etc. But for this discussion, my focus is on intangible cultural heritage, which includes language, oral traditions, knowledge, and beliefs. As Marcus Garvey profoundly stated, a people without the knowledge of their history, origin, and culture is like a tree without roots. Cultural heritage provides a sense of grounding, continuity, and collective self-awareness for individuals and communities. Let me give you another context here. A few months ago, a clip of a former housemate of the Big Brother Nigeria show went viral because she was struggling to express herself in her native dialect. And of course, many people called her out. One of the people I admire so much, especially her work and her literary work, is the chief, Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, and she had this reaction. She said, teach your child, or teach your children first their language. And I agree with her. I do. Her statement encapsulates a profound pedagogical and developmental principle, emphasizing the foundational role of a child's native tongue in their cognitive, social, and cultural formation. This principle is deeply rooted in linguistic theory, developmental psychology, and educational psychology. Asserting that mastery, or rather asserting that mastery of one's primary language is not merely a skill, but a prerequisite for all subsequent learning and a cornerstone of identity. If our children are taught to speak their native dialects early, they will proudly identify with Nigeria. Am I making sense? I think so. They will be proud to identify as Nigerians and not caught up in the web of what I call identity crisis. They won't struggle to de-Nigerianize themselves like the famous MP lady. According to Cobain, wanting to be someone else is a waste of who you are. So from Adichie's statement, we see the importance of language primacy in child development. Many of our primary school teachers ignorantly contributed to the death of the native language. There were punishments for vernacular speaking. I suffered that personally. I don't know about you. They punish you when you speak in your tongue. You know, in educational settings, particularly during colonial and post-colonial periods, it was a widespread phenomenon across various parts of the world. This policy was often rooted in a belief in the superiority of a dominant language. And so, for many, speaking their native language was discouraged quite early. Could this be the reason late Chinua Achebe's Things Fall Apart, with over 61 major language translations today, still lacks some Igbo translation? I haven't seen an Igbo translation of his literary work, Things Fall Apart. If you have seen it, please correct me. Okay? So, this is particularly poignant considering the historical suppression of vernacular languages. I am aware there's a Yoruba fashion, I think so, and a few others across Africa. Others are in the languages of the Western world. Chinua Achebe, a prominent Nigerian novelist, wrote Things Fall Apart in English, a language he inherited from the colonial experience. Yet he masterfully infused it with Igbo proverbs, idioms, and narrative structures, effectively indigenizing the English language to convey an authentic Igbo worldview. So, the absence of an Igbo translation for a novel so deeply rooted in Igbo culture and history raises several important questions about the dynamics of literary translation and the impact of language policies. So again, I say, teaching your children their native language should come first. So to you, the Nigerian parent here, whose child does not speak your native tongue, the native language, you are a big part of our problem. I find it disturbing that even the parents in my village, everyone speaks English to their child or their children. And I ask myself, is that a wannabe thing? The English that we even speak, most of the time, is not that very good. For instance, you will hear this when a child is crying. Junior, stop crying, you hear? You hear? I'll buy you biscuit, you hear? Oh yeah, wipe your eyes and all of that. So, the sad result is that the average Nigerian youth can hardly express himself or herself in good English because due to the, of course, the quality of education that some of us have back home. And yet, they still cannot speak their native language fluently. So I think that's a problem. Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. And that's from Bob Marley. Come on, friends, let us embrace our beingness, who we are, our Nigerianness. We are unique and great people. Thank you very much. Now, we're going to go for a coffee break shortly. But before we do that, I would like to perform a song that I composed for this symposium. In fact, I composed about 2 songs, and there's one that I would have all of us do together, right? But I'll start with the one that you don't know, but I'm going to need you at some point, right? I'll tell you the part you're going to do, all right? So let's make a large choir, okay? Okay, there's going to be a little change, please. I'm going to do place now to usher in our guest. Okay. Can you hear me, everybody? Yeah.
With your presence. We appreciate your presence here. Without much ado, I would like to invite to the podium a great African, a great Nigerian, a great human being who is here in flesh in our midst. I'm talking about no other than the one and only Mr. Peter Gregory Obi. Please stand up and give the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 of Anambra State, who left indelible marks in the governance of Anambra State. Once again, I invite to the podium Mr. Peter Gregory Obi. Thank you. Please be seated.
Thank you. I was just listening to you. Let me start by saying that all protocols very duly and respectfully observed. And if there's need, apologize to people, those who came probably early. I've been here, I arrived here at 10:30, 11 this morning. Like I was telling the other people yesterday when we were still talking when I was still in Nigeria, I said, I'm coming here, oh please, I'm only coming here to spend 2 hours and run back to the airport. And I was telling him as he was talking, I said, remember, I'm running back to the airport, and even if I stay one place, I'll probably fall asleep because all night I've been flying, left Nigeria last night, connected to the British Series, came here, all I did just shower at the airport and said, I'm going to be awake until I interact with you. So I thank you. And I thank all of you for being here. Thank you for showing interest in what concerns Nigeria. Thank the young man for showing interest in what concerns Nigeria. Somebody had asked me, why did you come here this month? I just heard that somebody is trying to do what concerns Nigeria. And I go out in Nigeria. Somebody asked me, I think it was him that was asking me in the car. He said, why is it that you have enough to live anywhere you want in the world, and you do this, and you're still going around thinking about Nigeria and everything? And I told him an interesting story, which I don't want to repeat here because I don't want it to be in the public domain, because they'll think I'm talking about this. I said, because on Wednesday, I was in Ibadan. Wednesday, I was in Ibadan to visit a school. On Thursday, you followed me, on Thursday, I was in a school in Obosi. Yesterday, I was in Benin. I left Benin 4 p.m., connected to Lagos, barely got to the airport, went to the nearest hotel, showered, jumped into British Airways, arrived in London, 5 a.m. this morning, had a 6:15 flight to Madrid, have a 5 o'clock flight to go back to London, on my way back to Nigeria. So, but it's not a problem. I said, he said, why are you doing this? I said, well, last Friday, that was the last Friday, I visited a primary school where kids were there, school building were bombed. And for months, nobody had fixed that. And there were kids, I'm sure some of you will see them in my tree as well. They were going to school, it was raining. And they had to run into one small classroom. That's where they wait until the rain is over and they go to start the same school in a building that had no roof. And on Saturday there was an election. And people were buying food and everything. Where is that? There's one of the people who came to me, I have a team of 3 people who were here since then. And they came to me and said, they said if I give them this amount, people said that, oh, they want to be giving money so they can vote. So I said, let me ask you, giving these people money to vote, which if I spend the amount of money, because I promised the school that I said, fixing the school in January, I said, giving them that money and they vote, and using that money to go and do that school, which one is better? No, everybody said to me, oh, this is the problem. For the past 1 week, you were in OG. If you follow me I was in Oji on 31st of October, and I gave them 10 million. I was in Adazi on the 2nd, I gave them 15 million. I was in Ihana, college person, I gave them. So before the election, I've given out like about 17 million. And then this is the election day now, and they say, I just asked which one is better. Oh, okay, you know, it's better, if these things come and go and everything. I said, listen, tell you. By buying the vote, I'm destroying the society. By investing in these children, we're building a society. So another lose, but be part of building the future. Because those kings in their 5 and 10 years were not investing today, will be the terrorists of tomorrow, will be the criminals of tomorrow, will be the kidnappers, will be everything. Which we all will say, oh, the society is going wrong, but we created it. When we had opportunity, we created it. So I thank you, people. I'm not going to give you a speech. There's nothing I speak about Nigeria that you don't know. I speak about Africa you don't know. Rather, what I tell people now is that I want to interact with people. Just spend a few minutes. For us, that's why I told you this story. The society is being destroyed. People say to me, oh, what do you think we can do? Because what they do now is, if I talk to you, they say, oh, it goes around demarketing the country. I say, how? We're telling the truth of what is happening. That is not demarketing. We're trying to get people to change their conception, perception, thinking about the country, and acting, saying, let's make it better. I didn't come to Madrid now to say to you, I'm coming to buy property. No, I don't want any property here, for God's sake. I don't live in Spain, and I will never live in Spain. Go to me anywhere. I'm a Nigerian. God made me a Nigerian, and I want to die in Nigeria. I live in the UK. I told you, I live in the UK for years. Bought a property there, lived there, and one day decided on my own, nobody told me, wrote them, I can still show anyone a letter. I don't want to live here. Take back your documents. Let me go back to my country. My partner then told me I was committing suicide, and I agree with him. I'm ready to commit that suicide. And from there, I want to live there. I'm not asking you to come back home. No. I'm telling you that we want to fix it so that you and your children can come back to a better place. People tell me we have a brain drain. I said, no, we have brain gain. When we fix the place, they'll come back. And they'll contribute. But they're not going to come back when there's war, when there's bomb, when there's killing. No. Nobody gets up in the morning and go to where you will die. Unless you're insane. And you have to go where you'll be safe. But we have to also, but I ask questions, I tell people, why go here? Become an advocate of trying to make it better. I listened to the young man when he was singing about different tribes. That's what I tell people. No tribe buys bread cheaper. No, and no tribe buys food cheaper. Nobody buys food cheaper. I was in Ibadan. The classrooms were the same thing. Yes, it's in Enugu. They're the same thing. So the only people that try with the tribal thing and religious are the elites who live off the confusion. To sustain it, they have to say, we're from here, we're from here. For those of you who are here, you're Nigerian. If this is going wrong in Meduguri, you're Nigerian. Because once you say you're Nigerian, they put you in the same category. You can say, oh, it's not from my part. That's nonsense. It's your country. And we should all work as a family. So for me, what do we do to rebuild it? All of us have to be the same. All of us have to show love. All of us have to show care about that country. So let's do an interaction. I want to be able to listen to what people think, because as a leader you learn, you listen. And then when we do, it's easy for me to stand here, do a lecture, and go. No. I want people to ask questions. And I want us to interact with humans. That is what will make meaning to our lives. Thank you for the honor of being here. Let's do this question and answer. Is the question there? Now I said that let's.
Is the project?
Feel free to ask anything you want. Even if you don't like my face, just tell me. It's all part of the observation. I can take that one. Come on. Use this one.
Thank you very much, UK. My name is Dr. Chukwuemeka. I'm from the UK. I flew yesterday. I came because I'm a medical doctor. I came because I knew Kosieme when I was small, and we talked about this a few months ago. I couldn't believe you make it here. I said, if Peter's going to come, I will come. And the reason I said that's because his conversations were quite interesting, and his passion for Nigeria. And I bear this scar as a professional outside of the country. And I think the question I want to ask is this. There is a growing concern, there's a growing desire for our country to work so that we can go back. And look at what happened in India. Their consultants are going back because it's making them, there's an environment, they're creating an environment for them to come back, and they're going back. And when you talk about health tourism, that's why people go to India to have their surgery, because it's cheaper. Even Brits go down to India to have their surgery. And I just wanted to ask you, Peter, do you think we can come to a point as a country where we will begin to empower our nations to attract those of us outside of the country?
Thank you very much for that question. And I like what you did. That's what I want people to call me. My name is Peter. And I love being called on them. Let's remove all this nonsense titles. And explain it to them. Thank you. Okay. Next person. No, when they do two outside, I know body accent. No. We leave you. You brought us listen to you. Okay, go on.
Good day, everyone. My name is Emmanuel Emenyonu. And
Yes.
my name is Emmanuel Emenyonu.
Yeah.
So, Nigeria, it's, I mean, we are like confused. We are like, we don't know where we are headed. And these things has been happening for decades. Like, it just kept on. And we are given hope alive every time, every election period, and all of that. And then, my question is this. How long?
Is it gonna last?
No. How long? We have passion for Nigeria to work. My question is, how long for people like me from the eastern, or let me use the word, the south, how long can we still hope that things are going to work out? And then we'll get to a point where we'll say, okay, we are done. We don't want anything to do with Nigeria again. We just want to have a society that will work for us. People that have the same value as we do, the value of life. Thank you.
Don't worry, I'm not going to wait for that. Yeah, that's three. And then,
No, I'm here.
no, wait. Just unnecessary. Go on. No problem.
And I have written an open letter to our governor, which I have no answer up till now. The main roads, when they are doing campaign, which applies to every politicians in Nigeria, they will campaign, we are going to change the whole land to everything. The major roads are being touched, but the rural areas where the old things that will bring Nigeria to a height has never been touched. So I want to know, when are we going to start dealing with the rural people, helping them out?
Thank you very much. Let me take this three and we'll come back to it. Doctor, thank you very much for your comments. Doctor, I lived in India when I lived in the UK, when most of the doctors were Indians. And I tell people, that's why I said, brain drain will be brain gain. In the 80s and 90s, most people I met in schools all over the world were Asians. They actually people who changed their country. Not the other way around. Were Asians. At the time, I happened to, if you look at my CV, deliberately I decided to pass through all the schools. I started with London School of Economics, Harvard, Columbia, Oxford, Cambridge, INSEAD, IMD, name them. I went to all of them. People ask me today, when you go to all these schools, I wanted to know whether they have a different brain. I wanted to know if they have a different thinking. But I can tell you, as a Keynote scholar, they didn't have a different brain. It was even because of doing this that a professor changed my mind to get involved in politics. So, Doctor, we are getting there. What did the Asians do? What they saw in the West, they decided to participate. Not by going quarreling with anyone, not by going back, but we are going to change this place to what we are seeing here. We are going to be part of it. And they did that. My colleagues, my friends in Asia, in UK, were all even sending through being volunteers through what I told Professor Emmanuel today. He was asking me what would they do. I said, you live in the West. Tell governments in the West, we need to get it right. Be part of it. I saw Indians, Chinese people, everybody going to parliament, insisting, don't interfere, our country must be well, this, and everything. That's what we need to do. I can tell you, I've been a governor. I've been part of the system. When I come when I travel as a governor to Nigerians in the UK, to Nigerians in New York, to Nigerians and everything, it's them that is telling me where to buy property. It's them that want me to celebrate. It's them that wants to come to party. If I want to do party in Nigeria, Nigerians that will come there to celebrate with me. It's the only country where even educated people know that Mr. Peter Obi did not have a house in Madrid before he became governor. But if I buy a house in Madrid today, I say I'm doing housewarming, you see Nigerian pastor, you see Nigerians come there, drinking with me, celebrating with me. Instead of calling police, because they know that I've stolen their money, they are the ones celebrating with me. So we have to stop celebrating criminality and impunity. And you are there, doctor. You say no. And when you say no to it, people say, oh, Peter Obi is not serious. It's not this. Why would I give people money to vote for me? The money is needed for school. If God has given grace to me, gracious to me, because I didn't come with the money, it's by His grace. And that grace I cannot abuse by using it wrongly. But that's natural for you. We will get it right. God wants it to come back. We'll have more doctors. That's what the Indians did. I told you now, I've gone to 8 nursing schools. I'm going to go to about 40, 20, 30, something by end of the year. Why am I doing that? not nurses. But because you know as a doctor that the foundation of healthcare is healthcare workers. And when you talk about healthcare workers, you doctor is important, but nurse is more important. Because you come to consultation, the nurse is the patients. They are the ones who sleep with the patients. They are the ones who care. If they are not there, that's it. And you need to invest in it. And I invest in my personal money in it. And that's the only thing I want people to do. You ask when are you going to go? Let me tell you. Fantastic question. But I can tell you that even if you go, you have the same problem. Go to me anywhere. I'm from the east. If you go to the east alone, the same problem will follow you. What we're going to do is not, our problem is not because they don't want us. No. The problem is that they don't want themselves. Because everywhere is bad. So there's no question of that. If I do, I will be better. No. He's from Ibadan. Just complain about Ibadan. So he wants to go too. Who doesn't want to go? But where are you going to go to? People did not start by going here. They started by confronting the problem. I used to be and say, I'm a Nigerian. And nobody is more Nigerian than me. And I'm confronting them. No matter where you're coming from, you're incompetent. It doesn't matter. Whoever tells you, oh, if you see problem, you're going to go away, and if you go away, it will be better. No. And thank our friend. Thank is from Kanu. Kanu used to be, let me tell you, Kanu used to be the place you can get cash if you want cash in Nigeria. Today, Kanu is dead. If what you're seeing in the north is what you're seeing in the east, is poverty. You create mass poverty, you create mass problem. He's talking about rural area. We're not investing in rural area because we're politicking. What we need to do is to invest in what drives development, education. People are educated and they're healthy. They will know rural area. They will know what is important, pulling people out of poverty. But why would I do it? When if I go to rural people on election day and give them money, they will vote for me. So why would I go to them and start developing because they don't know the value of development? So they have decided this is the way they want to live. So what we need to do, that's where you come in, because you have seen better place. And you can argue. You can argue and say, no, we're not going to have this. This is not what is going to happen. That is why I said, I will deal with everybody. I will meet everybody at their point and discuss it. We're not going to do it by saying, oh, we're this, we're that, or keep this person, leave this person, do this. No. Everybody is, that's, I spoke at the Guild of Editors on Thursday. And I told them, I said, we have a country where somebody talked about killing. Our debate is whether he said genocide or not. If I were in charge, I will go to him and say, okay, leave language, they are killing us. If you have something to do for us to solve this problem, come and help us and solve this problem. Because I have a problem. Are they killing people? Yes. So let's solve it. Whatever you call it, I want them to stop. I don't want the title. And the man said, near none is grace. We say, oh, you cannot call us bad name. Unexamined life is not worth living. If somebody calls you idiot, first ask you, look at yourself and know whether you're an idiot. Then you don't go and start saying, why did you call me idiot? Because maybe if you look yourself, maybe there's something you need to change so that nobody, the next person will not call you idiot. So thank you. That's a great question. Okay, yes, I want to say a few. This Nigerian men, they are not changing. Thank you, my sister.
Good afternoon, sir. This is the second time I'm having an honor to listen to you. My name is Jane. You and I sat on a plane from Asaba to Lagos 2 years ago. You mentioned something that over the years I've written about, have talked about on different stages, and that is moving from the idea of brain drain to brain gain. And I do quite a bit of work in advocacy in the diaspora. And I wanted to ask you directly, as many of us are expanding our brain capacity and learning and improving, and there is a readiness and a willingness to take that back home, but a lot of times we encounter quite a lot of blockages and barriers beyond politics, because you're in the grassroots and you're interacting and you're listening and you're really listening. How would you suggest to us in the diaspora that are willing to take this capacity that we're building, we're willing to take it home, and maybe we don't have millions to give away, how can we get more?
No. Let me be honest with you. I'm going to talk more about the evolution. Forget about millions. What you're going to give is more important than the millions.
Yes, sir.
Knowledge is what drives society today, not money.
Of course.
So I'm only paying for them to have classroom. Somebody else is willing to teach them. And that person who is willing to teach them is more important than the money I'm giving. We have to all come with what we have. That's what makes a society. So,
how do we work with you?
That's what I said. We will talk more about it. How we're going to work. It's tough. Very, very tough. I have a school, like I said, this morning, where I need to. Well, don't worry, we'll talk about it. Okay, another woman, because this is different than a man. I didn't find the other. Just go to the other question.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm very interested in when you speak because I work in the university, and I'm always looking at how we can draw partnerships with Nigerian schools to international universities. And you talked about university or paying more attention to education, and I think that's something I want us to put more interest in.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
So this okay. We must go this side. I think those who want change are on this side. Okay.
Good afternoon, Excellency.
Good afternoon.
Your Excellency, because
No. But I'm not people that call me.
that name, Excellency, actually, you need that name because you have gone, at least from the beginning, we know that. Let me go straight to the question anyway. Because first of all, you made something clear when you were addressing us. You say you are about fixing Nigeria. And actually, why I'm here actually is this, to ask you one or two questions. Because I'm a member of the obedient member in diaspora. I think the last time you were in London, I was supposed to be here.
Thank you.
Fixing Nigeria is not fixing Nigeria when you're not involved. Because I know you have tried your best. We actually wanted you in the last election to at least take over the ends of Nigeria, but it couldn't be because of those that feared that they own Nigeria. We knew that. But see, the important thing is this: fixing Nigeria cannot be fixed when you are not in. We know that clearly.
Okay.
And what I want to ask you is this: up to date, we want to know your position. Are you ready to lead us?
Thank you very much. Thank you. Let me tell you, you see, when I see, because we developed a country where we are all in a hurry, all of us, Nigerians don't want to wait. They don't feel, oh, we can do this and everything. They don't have patience, they don't have anything. And because we've been let down over the years, change is not easy. It's not going to come overnight. What we did in 2023 was very good. And what we need is to continue on that trajectory. They're not going to walk away. When we bring a change, that's for enemy. all those who live up the old order, they're not going to walk away because they live up that confusion. They're not going to say, oh, come and take it. We're going. No. They're going to be on. They call you names. They do up some drama. If I tell you 1/10 of what I go through, you tell me this is madness. You've seen governors, people say I shouldn't come to their states for no reason. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't cause anybody. I just said this is wrong, this is right. And people ask you, I was just telling him this morning, if I tell you how I travel, you'll be shocked. No more people, you can come to the airport and just pass. In my own case, people are just asking questions. Even when just traveling alone, people are asking questions, whether you ask the traveler, and anything that happens, they call your name for no reason. They hire people to call you names, to do anything. You know, even if you tweet, you go there, you see people who call you idiot, even when. So, but that's not the problem. The problem is that you should be looking at the Nigerian child today. What is it going to be? That's why I talked to my sister, who is interested. So don't worry. I'm not desperate to be Nigerian president. I'm desperate to see Nigeria work. And we can do it. Those people you're selling houses, they've not done anything in their life. The countries are productive. That's why we're having problems. They've not done anything apart from it is that fear they have that's making them steal money. What are you stealing public money for? What is somebody like me who is 60? What are you going to steal money for? What are you going to use it to do? If I go to the doctor today, everything I want to eat is what they tell me not to eat. You know, I'm reducing where I'm eating grass, which is available in my village for free. You know, the last time I went to see a doctor, somebody said to me, oh, this is my friend, the doctor in Nigeria. He's a very renowned doctor in America. You should go and see him. He will tell you this. When I went there, he said to me, let me tell you, you know our vegetable soup, you know our omugu soup. Peter, just eat it, you'll be fine. I said, see, what am I struggling to make money? When I see delicious food that I eat, this man said I should go and eat omugu. Is it not the cost? But that's where I am now. What are you going to do? You know, what am I going to do? I can't afford to go to Platina and be dancing. You don't have the image. Because I have to run around all over the place. I can't even marry no wife. What I'm married is enough. So what am I going to use the money to do? Build houses in Calvas in Spain where I don't come. Maybe I'll come here 2 times in a year. And the house is there, paying tax, doing something for public money. That is wickedness. You talk about university and for that collaboration, whatever you can do, our universities are suffering. The more educated a country is, the more developed. You can't, any other thing short of that is waste of time. So we're looking for people who help. And the lecturers, brilliant lecturers, I leave it because, can you check this? A professor in Nigeria today is paid 400,000 naira. If you're lucky to be paid, in 1 year, you earn 5 million naira. If you're paid. The same country, bought a car for National Assembly member, 160 million. So if the professor decides that he likes that type of car, it will take him 32 years of keeping his money without it. Nobody will do that. We must change that. My lecturers and professors in Harvard, Columbia, everything, earn more money than the governors of those states. So what we're doing, we're paying people who are productive and starving those who are productive. That's why I said you can't change people when you're preaching that they should fast when you're fasting. My sister will talk more. There's a lot we can get from you. Ideas are fine. start picking the money. We need people of idea. I succeeded as a governor because I have people of idea around me. That's why I succeeded. They question me because I have it. Not just I have people of idea. It's in my life. That's how I live my life. If you're my friend for 3 months and you agree with me, that means you don't have an opinion of your own. Let's go this side.
Yeah.
I have a speech I was trying to make in Nigeria, so I beg you. Once they come on, I will stop and have a few minutes break. This side is gone. Chief, oh yeah,
I have my His Excellency, sir. You said you prefer Peter, but I'll call yourself to be.
No.
I'll tell you why. In Nigeria today, I think he's the only politician that will call a senate.
Yes.
No joke about that. I sit in the public place every day, and people ask, and sometimes have discussions. No, leave this man, he's a fake. He doesn't want to get there. We know them and all the rest of it. I knew when you were the governor of Anambra State, the only thing is for an invitation to get to this man. Even if it's child education, he will be there. As a governor. Yes, sir. So it's not just because he's coming out for president. This is the little I know about him. When we were discussing whether he were going to come or not, I told Kosi, if this invitation gets to you, I know the man, he will come. And today we have him here. Yeah. So that says who he is. Sir, I want to ask a question. 90% of every rich man in Nigeria today, they have their kids abroad. And I don't know the Nigeria we are building when our future generations are outside the country. And out of all these people that are traveling, 80% of them are not going to come back. What future do we have for Nigeria? Thank you, sir. Good one.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Uvigo. So please, I just want to ask you this question. Based on what is happening on internet now, that America is coming to Nigeria. America, they say they're coming to Nigeria. I want to know your stake. If the America coming to Nigeria is going to break us, or it's going to make us as a nation?
Thank you.
Thank you, great man Peter Obi. I know what called you so. Because many years ago, I was in Nigeria then when you were a governor, and I was very proud of you. And my name is Uvigo. I'm from the Niger Delta, which have all the resources to show for, or not to show for it. Why I'm so annoyed is because my own local government has 24 years well in my village. So my question is this.
Yes.
I want the system to happen tomorrow to become a president. The presidential system should be scrambled. We should go back to the drawing board of regional system.
Thank you. Let me start with you. Let me tell you. The biggest loser of the enterprise called Nigeria is your zone. It's true. You put in everything and you lost everything.
Wanted to shoot for it.
And I said every day from my heart, this is the only country where somebody who has produced oil cannot show, they cannot educated. I will show you when I see this now. Where somebody sent me a school by Asa, where children are produced. And I told him, I should have done, I said, I will pay. Because these people have paid for us to live as a country, and we have not shown them love. And again, that's what I'm saying, it's not about anybody, it's about all of us. It's not just you. Everybody has become a victim of this enterprise. When I say criminal enterprise, they say it's the market. It's something that people have stolen our national money. And people are not saying it. And that goes back to, what did you ask me again?
About America coming to Nigeria.
Okay. If you read Trump's tweets, it was simple. He said, there's this killing that is happening. If you don't do anything about it, we will intervene. Okay. We are debating the language used. The question is that clear? But is that clear? It doesn't matter to me, whatever you call it. Is that clear? Yes. If it's clear, what we should do is diplomatically go to the person who says he will intervene and say, please, we have this problem. We need your intervention. In fact, by now, I would have gotten an appointment to see the man and say, please, I have a problem. I'm not going to hide it from you. Please come and intervene. Because if they stop killing, I'm better off for it. The first job of government is to protect life and property. So if anybody is going to help me, in fact, I would have traveled without permission to see the person and say, please, come and help. They're not saying they're coming to divide us. They're not going to say they're going to take over us. They said, we have a problem, and they will intervene. And I don't see the reason why I will not intervene with them. I will go to them. And you're talking about people who have children outside. Sir, let me tell you. I lived in the UK, my children were born. One was born in Nigeria, one was born in the UK. The one that was born in Nigeria was just barely few months old when we left, and the other one was born in the UK and everything. Let me tell you, we are worse off. We are, those big men, their children are going to live abroad, are worse off. Quote me anywhere. We are worse off. We are actually doing what is wrong because those children will never come back. If they come back, they're not educated the ones that are home. Have you ever seen a good trained dog and the one who call a cook? When they meet, they cook and will tear that one apart because it doesn't hear anything apart from catch up. And that is what they can't come back when they kidnap. They can't come back when they steal. They can't. So the earlier we invest in the one at home to be able to mix, that's what the doctor's saying. The reason why you are having medical tourism in India is that the Indians were able to train the Indians that are in India. So when the foreigners came, they found the workforce, the foundation they can use to build those hospitals and everything. That's it, they invested in it. Nigeria has all the potential to do the same thing. The greatest school in India is Bombay Institute of Technology. That's created billionaires and millionaires all over India in technology. That school was built about the same time by British government when they do Yabatek. Yabatek is destroyed.
It's gone.
We can go on and on.
Not technical school.
We were looking for vaccine during COVID. We were running all over the place. The biggest vaccine company in the world is in India. That was built almost 20 years after Nigeria Vaccine Corporation. That helped us to fight smallpox, chickenpox, and everything. And in the early 1990, or about middle 1990, somebody came and said they need to replace the equipment because they were importing vaccines. And they bought new equipment. It's like I do there. And the company closed down. It's a place where people have deliberately destroyed hope. So we need to restore it. So when the young man invited me, I didn't come for his invitation. I can tell you what he told me. He said they can organize for people to pay my tickets. And I said to him, no, I will come on my own. If you're going to get 5 people that will listen to me. Okay. It's not about feasting. We need to fix the country. We need to make it work. So I'm happy to see you over here. That makes that my not sleeping last night a meaning. When I was getting British Airways to put me on the flight, and I said to them, I don't mind the class. Be the economy, be the anything, I will be in Spain. And I'm running back, not because of anything. He didn't pay for me. He said, oh, when I come, we'll book hotel for me. I said, I'm not looking for a hotel. I want to go back. I don't live in Spain. I want to go back to Nigeria. And that is the case. Those things are trying to change now because some young people want me to speak somewhere tomorrow. So it's the same thing. So I've been going around doing this all over the world, hoping we'll get it better. Just for people to understand. Thank you.
Sorry, I think it's my turn.
Please, I will beg. You know you wanted to tea break. Let's have tea break for 10 minutes. I have something. No. I have a very urgent.
His Excellency, sorry for interruption, please. If eventually I didn't ask this question, I'll go.
No, don't worry. Relax. I just need to speak. Okay, I tell you what I'm going to do. Even Tanko is here, he's supposed to speak. Well, so he will be doing his speech when I speak to people in Nigeria, because after me, the vice president needs to speak. While I speak there, I come back. I'm not doing anything. From here, I'm going back to the airport to go. Nothing. I didn't come to Spain to even drink coffee or tea. Just talk to you and go.
Drink our coffee now.
So don't worry, ask a question. We've had only, don't worry, let them, once you hook them on, yeah, they're on. Thank you. Tango will speak now. I'm not going to
Madrid, are you alive? Yeah. I can't hear you. Yeah. Europe, are you alive? Yeah. I can't hear you. Yeah. Okay, thank you so much. It's very important, I thank you. We went through a lot of procedures and stress to ensure that His Excellency was here. Yesterday, while I was in this humble restaurant, I walked into the restaurant and somebody was doubting that is Peter Obi going to come? So he said to him, once you see Tanko, Peter Obi will be here. And I was a little bit jittery that I hope His Excellency will make it so that that Tanko name will resonate with me all through anywhere I go. So I'm happy. I'm very happy, and then I'm happy with the turnout you guys have put up today. Thank you. Please give one more round of applause for everyone. I'm very proud to be among you today. Let me tell you, the work back home is serious. It's a war. It's a democratic war. And we need all the arsenal. And I believe you have more than AK-47 to help us overcome that war. See, while we talk about the journey towards identifying an economy of heritage, it made me remember with nostalgia. I remember the groundnut pyramid in the northern part of the country. I remember the cocoa
in the southwest of the country. I remember the rubber in the southeastern part of the country. The unity was immense. It was so sweet. I grew up in Lagos, Indiana. There was no difference between a Yoruba man or a Hausa man. All we are building is building a society that all of us will be happy about. When we go up north, way back then, when we were celebrating Christmas, normally, people who are Christians know how the Muslim brother feels when it comes to slaughtering of livestock. They will give their chicken to their Muslim brother to slaughter. They don't know the incantation that that particular Muslim brother did, and they don't really care, as long as he slaughtered the chicken and bring it back. Interestingly also, the woman who is cooking the food will take this chicken back into her bedroom. You don't know how she cooks it, but when she cooks it, she comes up with a sumptuous meal. And the Muslim brother who slaughtered it does not really care how she does it, but as long as it's a beautiful meal that she brought out, and all of us will sit down and listen to music and dance to the Christmas music. That was how it was. When it comes to Salah period, we also do the same thing. You slaughter the ram, and then you give it to your Christian brothers. We were working together as a united people. What went wrong? What went wrong? Where is the pyramid? Who submerged it? What happened to the cocoa robbers? What happened to them? And it was so interesting that we hear on words that yes, somebody took one of our palm kernel and took it to Malaysia, and then it turned out to be $1 million building for them in that country.
Second most richest primary country in the world.
Yeah. So Nigeria has 920 something square kilometers of arable land. In the north, where it is almost in a wasteful place, it's about 200 and something landmass, which we can turn around into an agricultural hub. Nobody engages in agriculture and loses. It's not possible. It can double the gain of what we are having in oil. Once we can invest in it credibly well, it can turn around the economy of this country. A beautiful country. A country that you will love. Anytime you come to Nigeria, you can almost have an agricultural hub on top of a building because everything is fertile. Unfortunately, the leaders are not fertile. Yes. We have leaders who are criminal-minded. They think nothing but themselves and think about their own crony and their boyfriends and their girlfriends. You take a lot of money and you start it in the house. Even a bullion bank comes into that particular house to dish out money. Can you imagine? So somebody will say, yes, Nigerians and leaders and Obi come to Europe or any part of the world and demarket Nigeria. No, we are not demarketing Nigeria. But we are bringing out the subconscious mind of Nigerians for them to know the struggle that we are going through at home and the need for them to work together to build a country that all of us will be proud of. Yes. And we are not missing one. For all of us who have sacrificed and ready to go through this battle, we have sacrificed our life, put our family in danger. I want you to know, from the struggle that we've already faced, I was trained by Ganifa Wahimi, I was trained by Balaraba Musa, and I was trained by Otto Nwanko. Money is not the issue. The prosperity is in your name. How credibly well have you taken it? How credibly well have you built it? How credibly well have the people accepted you? So here we are, as Nigerians, who have decided to follow His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi. Not because he's the handsome person, not because he's the most richest person, not because he's the most intelligent person, but he has integrity and is ready to emancipate the Nigerian people from the shackle of poverty. As a governor, he made it a priority that, look, I want to turn around the interests of the Nigerian and Iberians. Students,
let's turn around their fortune. From 26 to number 1. Let's look at the network of roads. He made sure that every network of in Anambra was existing. And let me shock you, for some of our brothers and sisters in the north, who have been sold a dummy, that Peter Obi destroyed mosques. He destroyed mosques. So I went with Mr. Peter Obi to Anambra. Onitsha is a market. Every one of you know Onitsha. And we have a central mosque in Onitsha that was supported and built by Mr. Peter Obi. I interviewed them. They are my brothers. And when we set it up north, everybody was shocked. I went to Oka with him, and I asked the Muslim brothers. Some of them were being financed to go to Hajj through Mr. Peter Obi. Interestingly also, for those who knows me, I don't present, and you can't buy me with money. You can only convince me with the capacity and the credibility that you have as an individual, and I will follow you. That is me for me. So I am proud to tell you that quite a number of us are following Mr. Peter Obi because we believe strongly that he's going to turn around the fortune of Nigeria. And he's going to do incredibly well because already God has blessed him. So he's not looking for the money. And he has exemplified on good character. So, my brothers in the north started asking questions. He went to the mosque, read Quran with them, even though he cannot recite it, but read Quran with them. Joined the kids, and this is where it is interesting. Mr. Peter Obi supported an Islamic school, they call it Makaranta. They don't have a toilet. One of the major problems, social crises that we have in the north is the Almajiris. All of you who are Nigerians know this. We have brilliant Nigerians, young boys who can recite the Quran 60 verses up there. Yes, 60 verses which can be read by a 12-year-old child for you in the northern part. That's like studying the whole Bible up here. He can recite it and interpret it and explain it to you. Often. So, Mr. Peter, let me use the word Peter as he said, as you call it. Peter sat down with them and he was like imagining these children can become lawyers, can become doctors, can be entrepreneurs, can be everything that you think of. And so he said, let's invest in education. Let's turn around the fortune of these children so that they can be better leaders tomorrow. Any one of them can be president of Nigeria. Do you want a new Kampung as a Nigerian president? Obviously no. But the interesting part that really amazed me was this. The toilet that was built by Peter Obi for them was at the back of the school. Okay? In the back of the school, normally a presidential candidate who is just full of himself and so feel on top of the world, he wouldn't want to associate with dirty-looking children, would he? No, this man went with them to the toilet where they are building, sat down with them, looked at their faces, gave them suggestions, donated money to them. That is pure love.
Yes, sir.
That is pure love. Even some of our brothers will not do that. I need a president who can move around within a twinkle of an eye. I'm even scared that if we are going to be in his cabinet, or any one of you can be in his cabinet, be ready for a lot of work. Because Nigeria needs somebody like him. And so what am I calling for? I'm really requesting, praying, doing dobane, prostrating to you guys. Please, please and please, your brothers at home needs you. Need you like their blood. Do everything you can to support what we are doing at home. We have a portal of the Obedient Movement. It is called obedient.com. Right now you can join. One of the major things I will achieve, or we will achieve in this particular Europe tour, is to ensure that the majority of you join that portal. In that portal, you can register as a member of the Obedient Movement. In that portal, you can build your own voting blocks. In that portal, you can decide if you want to run for election in Nigeria. On that portal, it will protect your vote if you are ready to go back home to vote. On that portal, it can campaign for His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi. On that portal, we can use to
get back Nigeria back to the interests of the Nigerian people. So I urge you, just right now, you can just go on it, click on it, go through it as simple as possible. Then we now know that you can help us back home to build a voting bloc and mobilize, because the whole idea is about mobilization. And I know a lot of people would like to ask questions. Where is Mr. Peter Obi running on that? I'm sure it's an interesting question, right? Yes. Yeah. Okay. Let me explain to you. We have 176,000 polling units in Nigeria, not across the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Strategy, yes, I can discuss it, I can say it to you because we need it. Imagine if all of us are able to fill in the polling unit and we have nothing less than one person in each polling unit, just one person. Now, that one person has the right to mobilize up to 100 persons. And in each polling unit, you can only have 500 voters at each of the polling units. All of this can be done on this app that I just mentioned. Now, the National Stadium of Abuja has a capacity of about 60,000 plus. If we are able to mobilize and get 176,000, feel that as members of the Obedient movement, and they move into Abuja, and then we move into that particular stadium, then Mr. Peter will be Buga and enter that stadium. With that population, will there be any political party that will not be running after Mr. Peter Obi? Am I making sense? So, the mobilization is needed on the ground. With that network, you can do anything you want to do. Now, answering the question that I put up in front of you, Mr. Peter Obi will run under a political party that all of us agree to do. If you decide to take one political party, I can tell you authoritatively, Mr. Peter Obi has nothing less than 7 political parties looking for him to run under. Authoritatively. I, Yunus Itoku, can tell you that. Including PDP. They are having their convention today. In Ibadan. Yes. They are having their convention today in Ibadan. And I know the kind of pressure that they put on me, on him, to make sure that he joins and become a member of the PDP. Yes, you may say no. It's an option. There are other political parties. The NDC wants him. The Labour Party wants him. All of them, they want Mr. Peter Obi. Not because he's Peter Obi, because all of us supported him. That is the strength. And that is what we need to show. So please and please, this particular movement is galvanizing, is mobilizing. We need you to key into it. We need you to support it. Because at the end of it all, it is you that will make Mr. Peter Obi the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Are you tired? Are you not tired of the decay in the system in our country? Are you not tired that we have to run helter-skelter to other countries when we have a beautiful country back home? Are you not tired that we have to come here all the time to talk to you, to say, look, you must do ABC? Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, we have a war in our hands. We have a war in our name. We need soldiers. We need soldiers. And I believe together we can achieve that if we put our minds to it. So in Nigeria we say, a new Nigeria is possible. Can I get a new Nigeria is possible? A new Nigeria is possible. We work together as a team. We emancipate Nigeria as one. We build a nation that all of us will be proud of. We support those candidates that we know have the capacity to run for election. We support women and men who can take care of the divide in our country, be it a religion or a tribal sentiment. We want a Nigerian that all of us we can work with it and do without changing our clothes, looking like one mother or one Igbo or one Yoruba, because we need a nation that we believe can be better for every Nigerian that everywhere in the world can say, yes, I'm proud to be a Nigerian. I am proud to be a Nigerian. I don't know about you. Are you proud to be a Nigerian? Let's go back and be a part of it. Thank you very much for listening. Yes, please. Yes, sir. Please, I can answer. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I think someone was already asking you this.
Yes, sorry.
Okay, he's my pastor. He can go.
Women first. Thank you very much. Mr. Tanko, I've had you very well. But someone like me with my age, I've been on this political issue in Nigeria for many years. It is very, very simple for any candidate in Nigeria. While they are running to contest, you can talk to the people that you will turn heaven to the ground. This is what we witness every year. And I asked the question, Mr. Obi said, the rural area, they have been given their portion by selling their own vote. Now, what is the assurance that what Mr. Peter Obi is doing will not be the same thing as it used to be in Nigeria?
Thank you.
Good.
Thank you very much. Thank you. No, don't worry. Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. I heard you when you were saying about agriculture cannot fail. And I remember vividly, let me give you a little bit of my experience. Some time ago, I wanted to run a farm in my home place, Ebonyi State. And then I went to the Commissioner for Agriculture to ask for agricultural loan. And then I will keep saying this. This was the offer he gave to me. He offered me to give me a loan, then I will have to give him 50% of the loan. So if that be the case, how do you expect the young people to grow? Because as a young woman, I know about agriculture. I wanted to help my people. Because of this frustration, presently now, I run a foundation. But down there at home, here in Spain, I work with the women, the young women. The same thing was saying, empowering the youth. But oftentimes, we meet this block. And this block is always the politicians, those in the ruling class. Because it's like, when you are in authority, you can't let another person come in within that tenure that you are ruling. When you are now gingering the obedient people to do what they have already done before, because I was aware of it, when it don't happen, a lot of people, I tell you, Nigerian youth, I know of universities that all the students in the universities converted to obedient students because they had the belief that Saint Peter Obi will save us, the youth. But at the end of the day, what happened? So the question is, just as Pastor asked, if we continue working on this truth, knowing the Nigeria we come from, how are we sure that we do not hit that same blockage when the time comes? Because trust me, he is the president of Nigeria. The one he won that election. I don't know about another person. I am sorry to say this. He won the election. But why is he not the president of Nigeria? Please, let me know.
Thank you. Thank you. It's very clear. We have a cabal in the country that virtually almost all of us know. They will tell you that there are powers that be that decide who become the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It is all established, everybody knows. But what we fail to do is have citizen revolution democratically. That's what we fail to do. Most of the countries who fought for the life of their country won it by sheer basic struggle. This is the closest we've gotten. We've gotten a man who has been able to galvanize the interests of the youth, come the older ones. And that is Peter Obi. So what we need to do is to showcase this particular strength, just like I explained and amplified a while ago. I can assure you that this battle is not going to be easy. But it's only those of us who feel we are incapacitated or we feel we cannot do it. If they kill us, that's all. I can assure you, mark my words, if we go through 2027
and the same thing repeats itself, I am going to lead a demonstration in front of Nigerians that I expect all Nigerians to follow. I am not mixing one. For those of us who have read my profile, I was the field marshal of Save Nigeria Group. And I led it at that time. Wole Soyinka was behind me. Pastor Tunde Bakare was behind me. Femi Falana, all of them were behind me. Check the record. So I'm not afraid to do it again because I am fighting for the life of Nigerians and the unborn children of Nigeria. So all we need is soldiers. I want to lead a battle where I say, hey, and I hear, hey, hey, behind me. That is the simplest thing I can assure you. We have a corrupt nation, with all due respect. Not to define Nigeria in any way, but the system is that bad that every point in time, in fact, it affects almost the fabric of the country. You yourself, when you go out, if you don't gratify a policeman, you will not get back. So the institution must be made to work, and we can only do it together. Sir.
Audience.
Sir.
Somebody is standing.
I want to assure you that it's not going to be the same thing like what you saw in 2023. We are galvanized and we are energized. Once we can put all of these personality in all the world, because what the pride of defending the vote last time was because they said we couldn't feel all the agents in all the world, isn't it? But this time around, we must feel them. Once we feel them, I can assure you, Mr. Peter Obi, that you are saying. Mr. Peter Obi, that you are saying. We hold him by the jugulars. We discuss with him. He cannot afford to fail us. He cannot. So I can assure you, it's not going to be like the politicians that you know. He has proven it before. Do you know that Mr. Peter Obi's ADC was a Hausa man?
Yes.
From Kano State?
Yes.
Yes. Mr. Peter Obi's ADC was a Kano man and he's alive. He's my own brother. And the thing he says is this, all the time, this man has good intention for Nigeria. Look, you're talking about a man, sir, a man who has 75 billion naira in the treasury of Anambra State. A man who can easily mobilize and take security vote to himself and his family. A man who can spend and take contract and ask for gratification. He didn't do all of that. He had opportunity to steal what he has kept. He didn't steal it. So if he had done that in the past, what will stop him from doing the same thing in the future? So I want to assure you, if you see anything that is wrong, hold us by the jugular. We are ready to account. And we will hold him accountable. Why not, sir? Sir, please, sir. That is the doubt, because already we have seen it in the past. We are accessible. I'm here with you. Don't believe that probably it's going to be like the same old politician. We have a record. I'm a human rights activist. All through my life, I've been in the trenches. So even if you cannot reach us, there must be a way in which you can connect with us. Obviously, when you are in government, there will be a lot of restrictions. That's right. But then one way or the other, there must be a mechanism of listening to Peter Obi. I'll give you a story. Mr. Peter Obi told me something, and I will ask you something. As a governor, you went to an event. You went to an event with government car, and your aides mistakenly parked in somebody's compound, in front of somebody's compound. So while you are at the event, they now beckon on you. The man that owns that compound, you know what he did? He asked his boys to keep the vehicle of the governor and keep it aside. What would you do if you are a governor?
You are guilty already, so you will find a way. As a governor, yes, you are.
As a governor,
yes, you are the leader of the state.
Mr. Peter Obi, what he did was that normally his boys and guns are all ready to fight and kill the guy. Mr. Peter Obi said, no, you people have made a fundamental mistake. You parked my car in front of another person's house. So you pick that car, take it back and park it appropriately. That is the kind of person that we are asking to be the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I think it's more than qualified. So that is the person that we're talking about. So ladies and gentlemen, please, we pray, and you help us. Pray through Orunmila. Yes, pray through God Almighty Allah. Pray through Jesus Christ, that particular thing that you hold them in Asu Villa will not hold Mr. Peter Obi, and he will come out separately and do private work. Thank you very much for this thing.
Thank you everyone. Thank you for your patience. Quickly, we're going to go for a short break of about 15 minutes while we wait for His Excellency to finish with what is African Pastors Union to please come and take the mic, introduce the fellow pastors that are here, and of course, wonderful. Thank you. Reverend Grace.
We are so glad to be here, representing the APU African Pastors Union. Thank you for inviting us. I'm not here alone with the Vice President. I'm here with one of the ex-president, Pastor Lado. Yeah, really welcome. And also, I'm with the present, before him, with the former Vice President. It's also here, Apostle Divine, and I'm also with the present provost of the APU meeting, Apostle Amos, and the wife also is around. We are glad to be here, and thank you for inviting us. And we believe, as we all work together, pray together, we'll move Nigeria forward, and we'll see a better Nigeria. God bless you.
All right, thank you. Okay, the time now is about 3:53 p.m. So we're going to go for a short break. We're going to go on a short break, and then we convene at let's say 4:15. By then, I hope His Excellency will be available for this. Thank you, everyone. Please, there's something for you to eat and drink behind. Thank you.
My name is Declan, and one of the delegates from Uvigo. There are different associations here.
Thank you.
For you to know that we are taking your message back home. This place wouldn't have accommodated everybody if we had all come.
Thank you.
So my question is direct and objective.
Yes.
Partially when you left briefly, the question has been partially tampered, but I want to ask the question directly.
Thank you.
His Excellency, we saw what happened in 2022. How they maneuvered everything, we understand. You won that election. And being a humble man as you are, because your humility has seduced every Nigerian. We are seduced by your humility, by your integrity. So here I want to ask you if perhaps the same thing repeat itself. Will you stand in the gap and tell the youth, no, because that is your style.
Okay, thank you.
His Excellency, thank you for coming to this yesterday. My name is Ikechukwu Franklin. I'm a partial victim of demarketing Nigeria. I'm a data analyst here, and I work with US Bank in Madrid. And I have to go through 3 months background check because of a black man in Nigeria. So my question is this: it's going around the world talking about what is truly happening in Nigeria, going to help us or going to cause more harm for us? Thank you.
Thank you. 1 minute.
Yes, my name is Chukwudi Stephen Aweze, President of Anambra State Association. My question goes like this. His Excellency, Mr. Pitoli, there is a general belief that most of Nigerian problem is being caused by international interference, especially Britain.
So my question is this: do you believe in that assertion?
Okay, we have three now, and I'll start from you. The only reason why international person will cause the problem is if you, the internal people, allows it. There's no way anybody can come to your house and mess it up if you don't allow it. You have heard me say to them, and I say it anyway, you have heard me say that nothing will ever make me divorce my wife. Anything you like, doesn't happen. So nobody comes to tell me where she is or what she has done. Because they have taken a about if you like, tell me anything you see about her. She's my wife. That's what God puts in my life. So that's it. That's it. So I don't discuss that. So if you like, we'll tell you. And that's me. So if you decide you're not going to bring quarrel in your house, don't go into it. Have peace with yourself. Have peace with yourself and everything. And then go about your life. So the same thing goes if you want your country to work. Nobody externally is going to destroy you. If you want to do that, what benefit would they get for this international thing? You earn your respect by running your country. People say, no, because when they steal money, they keep it there. But how about the person who stole the money in the first place? When my brother was talking, he said, oh, they say all of them are the same thing. I'm not saying we are not all the same thing. But for God's sake, had opportunity, nobody asked me to save Anambra State money in dollars. Nobody. I decided, since we use currency called dollars, let's save the dollar. And the day I left office, you see me say it every day. Every day I have opportunity, I say it. The day I left office in Anambra State, I was not owing one salary that government is supposed to pay. Anambra State government. I was not owing pension or gratuity that the government is supposed to pay. I was not owing one contractor or supplier who have executed his job. And I tell people, go there if you see one and stop going around. I wasn't owing anybody. Yet, I have in 3 banks. In 3 banks. Access Bank, $50 million, 12 billion naira. I had in Fidelity Bank, $50 million, 12 billion naira. I had in Diamond Bank, $50 billion, 12 billion naira. The 3 banks are still there. I've been saying it for the past 13 years. If you verify any of them say it's right, and stop moving around and stop I'm not taking that money because nobody asked me to keep it. I decided, let it be there. It is public money. I didn't take it. My speaker is there. We will tell you. They passed a law saying they will build a house for me in Abuja, a house in Oka, and this is my entitlement, blah, blah, blah. When he came and said, Speaker, I finished my job, I'm going home. I don't want anything. This is my 13th year of living Anambra State as the governor. They have not bought me a sachet of pure water. Well, see. So, you decide what you want to do. So if anybody tells you, oh, this person is going to do this, oh, this person is going to do this, you waste everybody's time. I'm doing what I'm doing today because I believe that we desire to change. And that's it. I just told you about the election where I have the money to buy vote and decided, no, let me use it to fix school. I would have just bought that vote. They even tell you what happened that is even worse. Somebody came to me and said, Peter, he will give me 5 million naira to share. I said, okay, I'm going to put it in money we are going to use for the foundation on that place. What am I going to get? Oh, Peter Obi lost to vote. Oh, Peter Obi lost. Then what is it? Yeah, that ends after a few days. It doesn't change anything. There was a second question here, sorry.
Yeah, my question was...
Listen to you. There's nothing like the marketing. Truth is not the marketing. Truth is true. Quote me anywhere. There was a time people believed that Indians are smart, Indians are cool. If you don't know, I lived in the UK then. Anybody who sees that in India, what they went is they went back to polish their lesson. I always say, I just said it to an event now in Nigeria, where I was talking about how Nigeria can lead Africa out of poverty. I just said it upstairs. That some of these boys you're seeing and girls, they call young people, are geniuses that is looking for turnaround in good direction. We need a leader that is competent, who has the capacity, the compassion, commitment, and character to drive the country. And you see these young people turn around and be good people. Every country of the world is driven by their youth. And youth have the drive, because that's why you have the micro, small businesses that can change the nation. Even here in Spain, what drives the economy is small businesses, not big businesses. But we are not supporting them. We've abandoned them. So in their own despair, they get involved with all sorts of things. So it's not the marketing. Nobody is marketing. I'm marketing myself. Because I go through it. I come to a place and say I'm a Nigerian. And they tell me, oh, this is this, this is this. But I'm using my money, using my energy to listen. This year alone, if I tell you trips I've taken, I listen. So what are you talking about the market? They give somebody Nobel Prize for Economics last year. Have you ever heard about that James Robinson? Huh? Did you read his speech? He got a Nobel Prize for Economics. In his speech, he said, so many nations know what to do to prosper. But so many refuses to do it. Example, Nigeria. Yes. I'll show you a picture. I spent 3 hours with him. He was shocked. I said, I want to see this man. And I went to look for him in the University of Chicago. On the 27th of September, I spent 3 hours with him. He was taking me around and telling me what is there. Go and read Growing Apart by Professor Louis of the Hawkins. Indonesia and Nigeria. How one went this way, one went this way. When I read the book, I decided to go to Indonesia. Not just that I got to Indonesia, I insisted after seeing their minister that I must see the president, Uvigo. He was in his village. I traveled to his village and sat down with him and said, tell me what you did. We need to fix our country for our children. It has nothing to do with me. God has blessed me. But that blessing means nothing if I do not contribute in changing the society. I wasted everybody's time. So it's easier for me to see that money. I will have a house now, a flat in New York, more building in Johannesburg, everything. What do you think I'll get? More headache. Because they will tell me, "Pipe, this one is leaking. The roof of this one is there. The other one is this." But I'm not worried. I just came from Nigeria. What I feel is that I go back. Because I'm not thinking about anything. I have only one house in my name. I have in London where I lived. Everybody knew when I bought that house, far before I became governor or anything. And the next is that I have a property in Onitsha, which I built. If you go to Abuja and Lagos, see any house belonging to B2B, they confiscate it. No way. But I will have. If you see one in Madrid, see it. If you see one in Madrid, seize it. If you see in any other state capital, Paris and anything, confiscate it. What am I going to use it to do? Why you just need one room to sleep? Why are people giving themselves headache for nothing? I have places people have taken me to. Let me tell you, a young man, I'm going to show you something now. A young man, I was traveling with Turkish Airlines. And I met a young man, a young Nigerian. And we had this fine restaurant. Their food was looking so nice. And I said, I'm hungry. He said, he will pay for me to eat in that restaurant. I said, no. And they have food in their lounge. The young man told me, no. He said, no. They don't have good food. It's better we eat this one. It's not me who will pay. He said it's just $100. And I told him, I said, let me tell you, there's so many things $100 you can do in your village. He said, no, Peter, it's just $100. Then he wanted to pay. I said, don't worry. I want you to take it back to your village. What I want you to do is, don't worry. I said, it's food that I want. It doesn't matter to me. Whatever they have there can satisfy my listening. It might not be as good as this one, but I can tell you, when I finish eating it, it will satisfy what this one will do. The young man left and we started talking. Come, young man. So the young man left and we started talking. Because we agreed in it, that time dollar was 1,600. So the young man eventually, I told him there's a modeless baby school in his village, run by some reverend sisters. So that's what I want him to invest that money in. Let me show you what he did. He transferred the money. You see here, it's 160, can you see? $1,000. Let me show you what he wrote to me. He said, Nemo donation. Please tell them I'd love to visit next month and see them. He said, since that day, I want to visit them. He has not visited them. That is one person. He has not visited them and given them more money.
Very simple.
And he says in that time, whenever he wants to eat something, he'll take their amount. I said, what's it? Why will we waste it? There's free food somewhere. Why are we going to buy one that is going to cost us money? If it's bus is the only thing, when we eat bus and go, when I get to the airport and enter the plane, I eat. By the time I combine one and eat the plane, everything, I'll be filled up. Why am I going to prepare for the event? So, your question? Yeah. No, he said when I will tell people to stop quarreling, don't worry. Let's not say what will happen when the other one. When the time comes. We have to do this to stand. We have to stop. Okay, go on.
My name is Peter.
Your name is Peter?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic.
I'm 26 years old and I've been in Spain for 4 years. Now I'm studying with Reimagining University on sports marketing and sports branding.
Critical area.
I would like to have permit to have maybe 5 minutes of interaction with you, and if I'm permitted by anyone.
Sure.
Now let me tell you what we're going to do. Even if we don't, we exchange this thing. Coincidentally, people of your age are the people who work for me. You know? Wow. They're the people I'm listening to. I'm not my age. Have caused all the confusion. And they made up their mind that they don't want to change. So I'm quarreling with them. So you see every day say, oh, it goes about, not even with meaningful people. When you are the part of the problem and trying to change, what am I doing?
So I would like to say this, sir.
Thank you.
In the economy of Spain, 3.5% of the GDP comes from the sports industry.
No, Spain is true. Let me tell you. You're talking about where it is. Go down to Brazil and Jamaica. Jamaica, I can give you a story of that. And I've been. Jamaica used to fight crime.
Yes.
Children who were stealing in beaches and everything were converted into, they were the runners and everything. So we need it. I'm ready for it. Sports is a great thing. It can change Nigeria, can bring our unity. That's what we want to do. But unfortunately, people of my age is stealing money they don't need. Thank you.
Being a student from Madrid, we know everything about what happens here. Yesterday, it has been confirmed that the Bernabeu, the name is going to no longer be Santiago Bernabeu. It's going to be Bernabeu. And tomorrow, the NFL from the USA is going to come here, and I'm part of the event. They are coming here to play a game for the first time. And that is building the economy and is building the tourism.
Don't worry. Rest assured. I'm going to get somebody who is going to collect your details. Let's just move on. Let's pass on. Pass it. Come. We're in business with you.
Thank you so much.
Yes, go.
Thank you so much. I'm Apostle Keynote Georges.
Thank you.
Something in 2023, we believe, most of us believe that you will let them move. You will set our sister there. Okay, now 2027 is coming. And what happened in the past? What are the modalities and the strategies you are laying down now to overcome that 2027? Because we believe that there are cabals in Nigeria that controls. So what are the modalities and strategies that you are laying down?
Let me tell you, Pastor. The only reason why those cabals thrive, the only reason why that cabals thrive is that everybody here is a cabal. We have 93 million registered voters. Let's say there are 50 million. The entire politician that is causing confusion in Nigeria is not up to 1 million. So if they decide to deal with them, it will change. Countries are changed by their people. It is not by people telling them to go and no, you don't even tell them. That day, if I don't tell them, if I even say no, they'll deal with me immediately. So to everybody. And I've said it. The Nigerian people must come out and say, no, we cannot continue this way. Nigeria is among the hungriest country of the world. It cannot be. It's unacceptable. We have over 60% of arable lands all cultivated. We can make more money from agriculture than we make from oil. A tiny country, Netherlands with water is 41,000 square kilometers. Without water is 33,000. They do annually agriculture-related export of 120 billion euros, which is about $130 billion, more than 3 times what we make from oil. At 33,000 square kilometers, our biggest state, everything, Niger State, is 76.3. That's 2.5 times the size of Netherlands. It doesn't produce anything. It goes to collect money from Abuja. That is nonsensical. You can say it's the first world. I just said it upstairs now. Look at that world country, Bangladesh. Bangladesh produces annually 50 to 60 million tons of meal rice. We don't produce 10% of that. Bangladesh size is 148,600 square kilometers. That is about the size of our 2 biggest states. Niger State at 76.3 and Borno State at 70.8. Put the two of them to the size of Bangladesh. And Bangladesh have almost 170 million people. So it's heavily dense. These two put together doesn't have 10% of that. We have a crisis. We need to dismantle this criminality and make the country work. So it is the people who say enough is enough. It has nothing to do with B2B. That's what the young man said here. I can pack my suitcase and go to Europe and be drinking orange juice for the rest of my life. I can tell you how much it takes to that. My house in the UK is empty, and everything. I'm not training my children. I'm not. You see me say it. I have a son who has never taken $1 from me, and he doesn't want to take. If I call him and say, "Come and take this," I've only 2 kids, a boy and a girl. I can tell you, that's it. So when people come and say, "We can change this, we can make it work," and I said, I'm not desperate to lead. Let other people come. Let's follow them. Let it work. It doesn't bother me that somebody is going. We can make this work. Because some of us are lucky today. Our children are not going to be this lucky. But they're going to live in that society. And we can make it. So, at the end of the day, we cannot continue this way. The people must resist. I think we'll do this one as final one. Is there one who is no? Is an elderly man? Oh, okay. You and then.
Somebody has been raising their hand.
Oh, there's please. I need to run to the airport.
2 years ago.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. I don't want to shed the blood of the youth because of my election. So, since that time, the blood of the youth, I think it has been more than 50 or 100 times since you made that statement. And I want to lay emphasis on what my brother said. Are you, in the next coming election, similar thing happening again, are you going to discourage the youth? Because that was an opportunity to correct that. Then, finally, we are all putting heads together now and organizing the opinion movement. The people that were elected under the platform.
Don't worry about that one. Don't go
My honorable Peter, it's a pleasure being in this gathering. My question, I want to go into my question. My question goes this way. My heart is bleeding. The heart of youth are bleeding. So the issue of our honorable brother that's in the DSS. So what is your role and what is our own belief now?
Thank you. Thank you. Let me answer this to you. I've said it without number. Sir, let me tell you. I said it yesterday and today. There's no reason for American hesitation. It doesn't even make any sense. It doesn't even make any sense. It doesn't. There's the things that make sense. It doesn't even make any sense. There's no reason. The law have said, have done everything, go through the law and everything. I have said, I will speak and meet every agitator. There's agitation all over the world. Even in my house, people agitate. It's not everything I do that the people like. My own wife, I come home and I say, listen, even people follow me to the house, they say I agitate. Because people have a right to say no to you. So saying no to you should not be an offense. I will meet every agitator. I will discuss with them. I will find out reason why. We cannot build a society of hatred. For society to work, it must show love to everybody. Leaders must care for everybody. I can tell you, no single Nigerian, if I have opportunity of serving, will be in detention for one day without going through the rule of law. As governor, I insisted, I told my police people, don't ever push anybody. When I was looking for their votes, they were not being pushed. So don't push them now that I voted. I want to listen to every and I'm ready. I want to listen to everybody talk. I pay attention of everybody. Just my own personal gratuity. Because I went to church. 80-year-old is Cindy came to me and removed my card and said I should go home. That's how I knew. I want to see the people. The way I'm seeing you now is when I see people, some people in Benin yesterday in the church. Same thing. I can come here with security and everything. In fact, let me tell you, when I was coming here, somebody said he wants to take the Spanish police. I said, what are you talking? I'm going to see my people. So why would I come with security? Anybody can tell you who has seen me as governor in Anambra State. What did he say that was different is that I don't go to ceremonies of big people. I go to ceremonies of small people. Yesterday, it happened. Oh, no, Wednesday, it happened. We went to a big man's function, burial. And somebody noticed that he didn't give them anything. As we were leaving, he said, so we stopped at another place where there might be only 2 or 3 people. We stopped. And I gave them something. He said, well, I said, these are the people who need something. This one was these people are in pain. The other one is celebrating. So we must have a system that works, a system that cares for the poor. Show them love, show them compassion. Even if they are wrong, call them and say, stop. Why are you incarcerating people for nothing? It doesn't make sense. Remember what I said. When the people decide to change, I won't even stop them. To stop them is impossible. They won't even tell you. They'll just say, we cannot do this. You know, but that's it.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. After this, I have to beg. This, we have to just do ballot among 3 of you. You'll be one. Or you will combine, just sit 3 of us sitting together. Just find out what you can do for one of you.
Yeah. His Excellency. My name is Anayo Onugo Solomon. Okay. Well, I'm not here to ask you any question. I'm here to just thank you so much.
Okay.
We have been obedient. I've been following you from your governorship. And sorry, let me just say something. No, let me just say something. I'm sorry, you know. I was writing a book. Thank God I'm not a politician. Until I met you, until I become obedient. And I find out that I can be a politician because you have redefined political dynamics of Nigeria, political narratives. I've never seen a man since I was born in Nigeria in 1960 something anyway. So I'm old enough, I've seen the good and the bad and the ugly. I've never seen any politician who stood up and told them that it's the people in government that are selling oil. Oil is not tom-tom. You go to the supermarket and pocket it and run away. And you've made so many changes, and I want to thank you for being so lavish. You know, you are so lavish in pouring out your knowledge. I don't know what I was doing when you were studying and learning all these things. And thank you for changing my mentality to know that a Kano man can be my brother. In the person of Kano, in the person of Mohammed. Thank you so much.
There's something you said that is very right. You were talking about, you were taking it from me. Let me tell you, even if for what you just said now, there's no way they would have allowed you because every day here there's thing. You can't steal on it. Nobody here can steal on it. For you to steal on it, come with shit.
So, first of all, gentlemen, I think your people love you a lot. I'm not from Nigeria, I'm from India. And I have a very specific question. I'm going to keep it very short. Over the past 2-3 years, I have a very close friend who is working behind the scenes. I have tried to collaborate with multiple people in Nigeria in small joint ventures and everything. What I've faced is that I am a person who prefers clarity, transparency when I'm doing business. But what has happened over the years is that all I've seen is people being risk averse, people over-committing and under-delivering. I have a question to you. A lot of this is trailed behind by the complex policies that you have in your country, whether it's about getting a license, whether it's about getting permissions, whether it's about a foreigner coming into your country to do some business and to help the economic activity of the country, or put your flags across the world. And I've tried to help put this forward, but I have had several challenges over the years. And my question to you is, how do you think, going forward, you can cut this down?
Thank you. Very simple. Every country is looking for genuine foreign investors and support. And the first thing you need to do is to have intangible assets of rule of law. If you have rule of law applied genuinely, people like you can come. Because investors want to go where they are sure the law applies. That's number one. Number two, you fight corruption. Nobody wants to invest in a corrupt place. Because once there is corruption, there's no rule of law.
Doesn't face the challenges. I can't.
And that's the challenge. I know you know who said it. And that's what my young friend said about the marketing. Well, who asked about the marketing?
I'm here.
Thank you. You can see.
I'm the friend, one of his friends.
That's all you can see. So your friend is talking, because they are friends in the marketing. So the area will continue to say it, and people stop it. It will work. It's not me, it's not anybody. We want to say things are wrong. Let's fix it. You need the rule of law. You need to fight corruption. You need to fight things that are unattractive. The reason why people live in Spain here, I can tell you, the biggest contributor to the Western economy is the intangible assets of rule of law. So I'm sure that if I do something here, it goes wrong, I go to the court, because the lawyer will interpret it. So nobody will cheat me. So nobody will steal my money. And if I slap her now, in 2 minutes, police will be here. Whether they arrest me or not, for the fear that I will do it, I will not do it. But in Nigeria, if I do that, even to my wife, when police come, I say this woman is the problem. They will even arrest her for this. Yes, now this I said, look at, but I'm the big man. I'm the big man. I say this one is useless. They will carry her. Police will say yes. Now they've been looking since and found out that this woman says the way she's looking, she got trouble. Let's take her away. And that's it. That's not a way things should be. Should be a law. Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir. I am Pastor Angela. I am Esiagalonian, married to Apostle Divine, an Anambra man.
You're Nigerian, no, don't use that.
Yes, I'm a Nigerian woman. I went to Nigeria 2 years ago. I believe that with the natural resources that's in Nigeria, and as a plus the corruption going on in Nigeria, many of us that are here, we are wasting. If it is not because of the corruption that is going on in Nigeria, I believe that if we are in Nigeria, I believe that many of us will be blessed. And I pray that God will empower you, strengthen you, for you to become our future president. I believe that with somebody like you, in the presidency, I think that will be blessed. And I just pray for you that God will empower you, strengthen you, for you to become our future president. And I know that with someone like you is in the presidency, I know that the majority of us will be in Nigeria. I will be blessed. That's what is my name. God bless you, sir.
This three, listen. This three, only one. Only one. A woman. Only one of them.
Okay, my name is Excellency.
I'm a theological student. And my question goes directly, from your experience having lived in Europe, and then what model of interfaith collaboration do you think Nigeria, especially the youth, could adopt to strengthen between?
Interfaith?
Interfaith.
What do you mean by interfaith?
Like in terms of religion.
Okay.
Yes, the collaboration to maintain unity between the Christians and then our cultural heritage. Thank you so much.
Okay, let me tell you. Oh no, okay.
Hello, Mr. Pitobi. My name is Chidimoku. I'm the daughter of Dr. Uvigo, FSG, United States. Recently, my dad was awarded an initiative with, like you mentioned, agriculture and value chain. So what we're doing is we're going from cassava, from processing to manufacturing to consumer to retail value chain. And in this initiative, what we found in this whole process was that agriculture, the youth don't have jobs, they need work. And agriculture is where it's at. And we partnered with an app and we created an app, agriculture employment app for youth in Abia State, where we're asking youth to join the movement and they can be able to sign up with farms in Abia State and be able to work 1 to 2 hours or 1 to 3 hours and get paid daily for their work, because that's what they need. They need work and they need fast money and quick money. We want to empower the youth with hard work and also let them understand that agriculture is where the next field for wealth
is. Thank you.
Thank you. So what I'm finding is I'm having a hard time pitching this idea to governors in other states because
everywhere. Let me tell you, it will happen everywhere. Even the youth you might not find.
We are finding youth. We test. We've done beta testing in Bende. We've done beta testing in Bende with the cassava and the fish.
It's very good that you're finding the youth. Let me tell you, government will eventually find out they need this.
Yes.
It's a critical thing, you know, and I'm happy what you said, that the youth are even listening to agriculture now. Because over the years, we kept pushing them to say, the future is in agriculture.
Yes.
The future is in agriculture. Because we can feed ourselves and be able to use it in other areas. So thank you.
You're welcome.
What's that your question again? Interfaith. Let me tell you. It's only when I say this, I'm happy the pastors are here when I say it. I am a Christian, and I believe that whatever I am in my life is by His grace. Whatever I'm doing is by His grace. Because if He doesn't want me to be in Spain today, all I did was a headache in Nigeria last year, and I won't be here. And I could have arrived London and be tired. But can you believe I left on Thursday, on Friday morning, I left Lagos to Abuja. Spoke at an event in Abuja. Entered the plane to Asaba. Attended Treasurer last birthday. Went to Benin, February, left Benin, came to Lagos and flew overnight. And I'm here, and I'm standing here, and I'm going to the airport to go back. If not by His grace, it won't be possible. As much as I believe in that, not only that, I'm a fanatical Christian. I don't hide it. It is my belief. But that has nothing to do with the way people are pursuing it. I have a junior brother who is the Reverend Father, as you know. My immediate junior brother is the Reverend Father. My immediate senior sister is the Reverend Sister. So I'm sandwiched between two of them. As much as this is my person, it does not deprive me that the next person who is a Muslim, who doesn't go to church, who doesn't go, deserve my love, deserve my compassion, deserve my care. I was in Indonesia for 1 week. I didn't see one of Madrid. It's a country of 90% Muslims.
That's right. That's right.
Go and check it. The Pope was there last year, October. I asked the president, he declared public holidays. I went to see the King of Solo. He just died last week. The Sultan of Solo. You can Google it. I went to his listing. As I was entering his palace, massive palace, I saw big statues of Jesus Christ. And I asked him, and I asked his family why. They said it was given to them by Pope, to their grandfather in the 1940s. He has 3 daughters and 1 son. We asked this one, they've all gone to Ivy League universities. Education, and I told him, I said, but you see this thing. President told me, he said, they don't have any division with this. I have said that people should not go to night vigil on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It is night duty that they should go to in factories. Friday, church. Saturday, church. Sunday, church. Monday. Thank God is a Muslim. When time for him to pray for Nigeria to be good. Me, I'm praying for Nigeria to be good. We have the same problem. He's looking for money to train his children. Me, I'm looking for money for Nigeria. The kidnapper comes to carry him and carry me. Whatever is going to them, I'm sharing. Me, I'm sharing. So all of us have the same problem. My sister, we need to care for the youth. All we need to do is to show them an example. We need to be there for them. I always tell people, the biggest work of a leader is to live by example, is to show people by example. So my dear people, as we conclude, I thank you people for this wonderful opportunity that we came here as a family. Know that nobody is a winner or a loser in Nigeria. All those people you see who have said they made a lot of money, they have private jets, they have this. Let me tell you, once you say where you're coming from, it qualifies you with all those your wealth, because you cannot be a rich man from where a country has 130 million people living in poverty. It's not possible. Either you're exploiting them or you're stealing their money. So it is time for us to know that the society we are living today is taking its revenge on us and will take what's revenge on our children. God bless all of you.
Please put your hand together for Mr. Peter Gregory. Please sit down. Everybody, please sit down. Please sit down. A few announcements. First of all, please. Please, let's be orderly. Let's see. Yes. So, first of all, I want to give us a charge. We have heard from Mr. P2P. The question is, what are we going to do with what we have heard? What are we going to do with what we have had. Nigeria matters. Nigeria is the biggest black country in the world. Africa is waiting on Nigeria. The rest of the world are waiting on Nigeria. Briefly. So he has put out himself out there. And the effective response we can give to his sacrifices is by getting involved. So my question to you is this: what will you do differently? What will you do differently based on all what you have had to bring us closer to a reimagined Nigeria, to the Nigeria of our dreams, to the Nigeria we all are looking forward to? I got involved because August 1, 2021, I went to pick up Mr. Uvigo from a hotel in DC to a program we had organized. And I asked him differently, how do we expand the space to bring in more people? And he kept saying, get involved. So I'm hoping that with all that we have had, we are actually going to get involved. We are running late. He has to,
Please, can we be orderly a bit, please? We have a program we need to follow. Please.
So we have a choir. We're going to render a song quickly.
Yes, please. Everybody, please, I need you to open your brochure, the brochure you have, to page 13. Yes, please. We're going to stand here. We're going to make a big choir, okay? So bring out your phones as we sing together. Please, can we stop the picture taking? Please, can we just stop, please?
I'm sorry, but I have to stop this. We have to
stop taking the pictures, please.
Run the program as it scores. I'm sorry. Can you please get back? Thank you.
Thank you. They want to be part of us, yes. We plan for it. We plan for it, sir. Okay, the song says, you know it. Which way Nigeria? Which way Nigeria? Which way? I love my father. I want to know which way Nigeria. Come on. It's going on the which way? Which way Nigeria?
Office, I want to thank you, sir, from the bottom of my heart for honoring my invitation.
Off the camera first. No.
Hello, please, I requested for a meeting with some of the obedient tomorrow before we leave. Some of you who have opportunity, time, you can join us tomorrow and then contact Kosi so that we can have a meeting with you guys in the hotel tomorrow, please, as early as possible. Thank you.
Hello, is there anyone from Delta here? Is there anyone from Delta here? Is there anyone from Delta State here?
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. His Excellency, Mr. Peter Obi, thank you for honoring our invitation. Thank you, all our guests. Thank you, all of you. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Yes.